Hey y'all, so today I'm going to do a TBR for y'all, and I know I normally don't do TBRs, but I have like these coffee mugs here. So I put all of my books into 4 different categories. So this is classics, this one is thrillers and horror books, this is fantasy and sci-fi. This is contemporary. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the smart thing. Sorry about that, Mama. Mama spilled me. Put the fantasy on the fantasy shelf. I'm going to put the thrillers here. Classics were on the classic shelf. Contemporaries were the contemporaries were. So I'm going to draw 3 from fantasy because that's my biggest category. 1 from thrillers and horror. 2 from contemporary and 1 from classics. Now, I'm going to have more than this on my TBR. I'm not really going to discuss the rest of my TBR, though, because I'm a moody reader. But I would like, out of the 3 options that I pick in the fantasy, to at least in a month read 1 of those. And my plan is to read all 3, but I'm going to make it mandatory that I at least read 1. So, I guess we'll go ahead and start with fantasy. And I am nervous about this, by the way, because there are some books in here that I have been putting off that are very large or intimidating, and I don't want to read. So here's the first one. This is Alabama mug, because I'm a big Alabama fan, and I'll explain the mugs as we go. And Mama's from Alabama. I love Alabama. It's my second home. I love it so much. So, first one of the 3 in the fantasy sci-fi category is... oh, shit. Game of Thrones. I don't want to do this.
And why did you buy it?
But I want to read it, but look how big this is.
You can
And
do it.
it's bent. Who did this? Game of Thrones is on here. I debated even putting this in the cup because that's how much I really am scared to read it. But
I bet you'll love it.
we'll put it there. I'm a nerd, so I'll probably love it. Just to show y'all, it's Game of Thrones. 2 more. Let's hope the other 2 are not as scary as that one. Okay. The Queen of Tyrling. Woo! Really though? That one, The Queen of Tyrling. So this is by Erica Johansson, and I've heard good things about this. I hate the copy that I got. There's a much prettier version, but this was all that I could get. So this one I'm not mad about. I'm kind of interested in reading this because I have heard very mixed opinions on that one. So my last one in fantasy, The Darkest Minds. Where's that one at? Aha. The Darkest Minds. This one I'm very excited about as well. I just got this actually, and I think it'll be really, really fun, and it sounds interesting. So this one I am not mad about either.
Show all your papers because you just showed one.
Oh, did I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here are my papers. This is Queen of Tyrling and The Darkest Minds. So, fantasy is done. I am going to put this cup right here for now. The next one I'm going to do is thriller and horror, and I'm just drawing 1 out of this one. And how I'm doing that is like, I don't have as many thrillers and horror books, so I'm just going to draw 1, but I have a ton of fantasy, so that's why I drew 3 out of those. So, horror. This one I'm afraid of too, because we have some really big Stephen King books down there. And
Come on, it. Come on, it.
let's see here. I drew
Come on, it. You can do
Truly Devious. Truly Devious. So, this book by Maureen Johnson. This one I'm excited about too. This is actually a YA thriller, and I've only read 1 other YA thriller, and I did not like it, so I'm hoping that this doesn't let me down. Okay. So next we have classics, which is also a very scary shelf for me. Sorry, I'm just moving stuff so y'all can see it better. So these up here. That's contemporary. I meant to put this back. Okay. Literary classics, also scary ones. Like Gone with the Wind, Moby Dick, and Great Expectations just seems scary.
I need
to
to
me.
draw 1 from that to see if I can do it.
You want to?
Yeah.
I'll do it after I'm done drawing
Okay.
all mine. If you want to, you can draw from all of these to see.
Yeah. I'll just draw one from each because I can't sit and read like you can.
Yeah.
I want to, but I can't.
I really draw. Okay. Let's see. Tale of Two Cities. That is my classic this month. This one. And this is by Charles Dickens. So, yeah. This one I'm actually excited to read because I've heard good things about it. It's a big one, but hopefully we can get through it. Okay, last but not least is contemporaries, and I'm drawing 2 contemporaries. Just making sure it's shuffled nice and good. Okay. When Dimple Met Rishi. This one I love, and I'm so excited to read. I don't love it. I don't know if I love it yet. Here is the paper. And then this is the book, When Dimple Met Rishi. The last drawing for this video. Okay. Oh, good. This one is They Both Die in the End by Adam Silvera. Beautiful cover. I think that's gorgeous.
Pretty good.
So, to summarize everything, for my fantasy, I've got The Darkest Minds, Game of Thrones, Queen of Tearling. Thriller horror, I've got Truly Devious. Classics, I've got Tale of Two Cities. Contemporary, I have When Dimple Met Rishi, and They Both Die at the End. My goal is to read at least one in each category, so like thriller and classics, I'm obviously just going to have one. Classics, I'm not going to lie, is going to be the one that I struggle with the most, even though I absolutely love classics. They can get a little boring sometimes, and they're hard to get through, so this one I might definitely struggle with, so don't be surprised, but I'm really going to try. But the rest of them, I think will be good. That is
Explain your
mine.
cups.
Huh? Oh, my cups, I forgot about that. This one says Luke's Stars Hollow, Connecticut. This is from Gilmore Girls. We love Gilmore Girls. It is such a good show. We are the real life Lorelai and Rory Gilmore, so we watch that show all the time, and we love Luke's. So we got a Luke's cup. This one says Central Perk, and this is from Friends. Another one of our favorite shows, probably our all-time favorite show is Friends. And I just love this one. The reason I picked this one for thriller and horror because it was black, and I don't know, that seemed dark. This one is, it says Dallas in Texas, 1978, South Fork Ranch, and this is from the show Dallas. My mom and dad used to watch this all the time, and actually as a vacation once, we took a trip to South Fork, and we got to see the house that they filmed at. So that was a really cool vacation that we got to go to once. Those are everything. Now mom is going to draw. She's doing one from each, and the first one she's doing is fantasy / sci-fi, so...
Okay.
Which one?
Gathering of Shadows.
Gathering of Shadows. Oh, so you need to do Darker Shade of Magic.
Yeah, I need to do that one first.
So I put in the cups, the ones that I haven't read, in the books that I need to read next in the series, but she hasn't even started this one. So Darker Shade of Magic for her in fantasy.
And then I'll do contemporary.
This is classics.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. Yeah, you really should have put those.
I know. The bigger fantasy I should have been put in the bigger mug. I'll switch them later.
Crime and Punishment.
Crime and Punishment.
Is that going to be hard for me?
Probably. It was written in Russian, and it's translated to English.
yeah.
If you can't... So Mama has trouble with classics sometimes. Just because it's not her favorite genre, and I know several people who have a really hard time reading classics, so if this is hard, seriously, if Tale of Two Cities is too hard for me to read, I'm DNFing it, and she can do the same with Crime and Punishment, because classics are sometimes a pain.
And this is horror?
Horror, yes, and thriller.
All the Missing Girls.
This one is the one that Mama is reading for thrillers.
And
Contemporary.
When Dimple Met Rishi.
When Dimple Met Rishi.
Yeah.
So she's going to be reading this with me.
Maybe we can
Maybe
buddy
read
it.
it. Right now we're buddy reading The Astonishing Color of After, which is also on my TBR. I also want to tell y'all I'm reading Thunderhead, and I'm currently reading Leah on the Offbeat. So those are also on my TBR, but that is our TBRs we just drew. And obviously I'm going to read more than the ones that I drew.
And I'm going to bed. Good night.
And she's going to go to sleep. So, and I'm about to go to sleep too. So I will see y'all later. Hope you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe, like this video, and comment what you're wanting to read in the month of June, and I will see y'all later. Bye.